a rapid fire review of what we learned in the Around the Table, Around the World 2 class. So I'm going to start with the SI joint release with draping on the table. So I'm going to bring the sheet to the middle. Lift your knees a little bit, Jane. There you go. Like this. And then good. Coming up. Nice and covered. And then here a little bit, great. And then this is not quite deep enough. This is a little too far. And then you find the happy medium. And what you're going to want to do as a practitioner, you're just going to want to make sure that your butt's out, your spine's straight, your arms are straight. And like a kitty cat, kind of pawing. Boy, I can feel that on this side, Jane. Yeah. Kind of go back and forth. And then if you find a spot that needs more work, you can linger in one, maybe even use double hands. Jane, press up into me and release. Good. You can also do a little circle mobilizations. Down. We also learned the pec pump. I like to use the sheet. For the hand support, we want to make sure that you grasp the wrist. And then you can do some pec pumping. You can do some different angles. You can also, if you don't want to cup the breast tissue with the palm of your hand, you can use flat knuckles. And do some work with the deltoids. Also something really good, which I don't show in detail with the other videos, is in this class I also showed you taking the heel of the hand and grasping underneath the pec muscle. And then maybe using your knee to support the elbow, and then you can have your client press their elbow into your knee and release. And that's a real nice way to open up. And if you're sequencing them together, then you can move from there into the neck work. A little lotion along the top, the shoulders, up to the scalenes and occiput, maybe even a little bit under here. Oh, actually I want to show you, before you do that, we can do the water pump release of pecs. I'll show you that. You can come on in, grasp their wrists and make a triangle with all three of the bones, and then come underneath the clavicle. And then do some various gentle mobilizations. You can also do things where have the client press into your hand, so press and release, or have them bring their elbow towards the earth and release. That's a good exploration in there. You could either really do a nice yummy transition coming down, and then grasp up and in, ready to transition to the neck work. I often really like bringing my knee up so that I can use fulcrum. You can also do it without, if you'd like. My preference is to do it with. Shortening and lengthening. And also, if you find a really good spot, you can have them turn their face towards you. And are slowly away. could also sometimes do having them shrug the shoulder towards their ear and release. Or a combination of both, so turn towards me and shrug, shorten that area. Good, and let go. Another option I showed for holding this is you can take your hand, cup inside the elbow, and then lie like this. That's another option for moving them around. If you'd like this, or like this. And then sometimes I use the same hand grip that I showed for the regular pet pump, like this. And you can do various movements like that. And I'm going to show you just a little fun little transition to get from one side to another if you want to play with that. Lengthen. I taught this in the around the table, around the wall class. Tour 1, this is Tour 2. So maybe some of you are going to want to take that class. Does that feel good? And then look, I place it right back down. And now I'm ready to go to the second part and put it up a little. Do some pec pump, all the good stuff. Do this. Then I'm about to show some myofascial techniques using engaging and disengaging to address the entire spine and up into the shoulders. Okay, Jane, turn on over for me. So, it's nice to spread a little lotion. And as you spread the lotion, you can already get an idea of what may be happening through the spine. And then I like to begin with just some general gliding. But when you come in, make sure you lift thoroughly and really come up and close. And then you can just do some general gliding exploration. I'm going to do it lighter just because we're doing this more of a rapid fire review. You can do a few strokes. But some of the stuff we did for the lower back included, as you slowly glide, Jane, tip your pubic bone forward and release. Also tilt your bum up in the air and release, and then go forward. Perfect. You could spend more time with that. And as we came more up to the thoracic area, a nice way to get the thoracics to move is to incorporate in movement of the ribs. Normally I'd be more patient with that, you know, but gentle pulsing in and letting out of the ribs. Some more strokes. And then a few of the things I showed was when you find up in between the scapula and the spine, when you find little speed bumps or holding areas. Jane, can you lift your elbow up to the sky and release? And I also find it as you're transitioning more up towards the neck, that if you change the angle of where their elbow is, a little bit more towards here, so Jane, lift up, that isolates it more up towards where the rhomboids and trap is. And then the other fun and yummy thing that I taught was from, after my inspiration from that lovely lady in Mexico, who I received a great session from. It's scooping underneath the shoulder, and then using your inner thighs to create a motion point where then you can move the arm all around. And something really nice is to sandwich and then slide down. So that's what we learned in the Around the Table Around the World tour. If you were practicing it, you can kind of practice it like this in a sequence and then add in some yummy stuff, or maybe even just gentle, rocking the hips and the legs, maybe ending with nice head massage. And if you want more information, please look under Around the Table Around the World Tour 2. There's more detailed information.